air, earth, and water. For some reason, I chose water as my favorite, and I started doing all this straight. I started thinking I could do all the things that I saw in the show, moving my hands, twirling my body, and I realized it was impossible. So I started to pray to God, asking for Him to grant me the ability to manipulate water like in the show. However, upon reflection, I realized that this wasn't a reasonable or necessary request. It was something that I wanted for my own enjoyment and pleasure, and wasn't in line with God's will for my life. Similarly, I recall a time when I was younger and tried to cross a dried up river full of mud to impress my friends. As I was lying down the edge of the river, I stopped for a second and I thought to myself whether I should be doing this or not. Was this right? I looked in front of me and I still did it. I gave one step and realized I was sinking a little. I gave 2 steps and there I was sinking. So I started this little panic run and I got stuck. I'd been so focused on what my friends might have thought of me and impressing my friends that I didn't think about the potential obstacles and challenges that laid ahead of me. In the end, I got stuck in the thick mud and realized that I had made a mistake. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of having a realistic faith. As we go through life, we will encounter many challenges and difficulties. We may experience doubt, uncertainty, and fear. We may question whether our prayers are being heard and whether our faith is enough to carry us through. In the faces of these challenges, it can be tempting to rely on a simplistic, idealized view of faith. We may think that having faith means that everything in life will be easy and that all of our prayers will be answered in the way we expect, but this is not a realistic view of faith. The reality is that faith can be hard. We may not always understand why things happen the way they do, or why our prayers are not being answered in the way we expect. We may experience doubt, and we may struggle to maintain our faith in the face of adversity. Remember that sometimes God's answer is yes, no, or wait a little. But it is precisely in these moments that a realistic faith becomes so important. A realistic faith recognizes the challenges and struggles of life, while also offering hope and encouragement. It acknowledges that doubt is a natural part of faith and encourages us to work through our doubts rather than suppress them. A realistic faith emphasizes the importance of action. We cannot simply rely on words or beliefs alone. We must take action in our lives to live out our faith. This may mean volunteering our time to help those in need, speaking out against injustice, or simply being kind and compassionate to those around us. Remember Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. Just like I got stuck in the mud in the story before, when we focus only on our own desires without considering the obstacles and challenges that we might face, we can also get stuck in life. The Bible tells us in James 4:3, when you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong